Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to clean an oven like a professional end of lease clean so you can get your security deposit back. I'll be cleaning my own oven today, including the racks and trays. It'll take about 1 to 2 hours to complete this task, and just a note, I wouldn't use this for a self-cleaning or a steam cleaning oven. The equipment you'll need is this easy off oven cleaner. The active ingredient is sodium hydroxide, and some paper towels. I prefer paper towels so I can wipe away the oven cleaner and then throw it in the bin rather than washing it down the sink. It's a good idea to have a mask while you're spraying the oven cleaner because this stuff is poison and it's really not good to inhale it. Also gloves, because it will burn if it gets on your skin. It's corrosive, which is why it works so well. You'll need some cloths. This one's a microfiber cloth. You could use a kitchen sponge, but microfiber cloths are generally better for cleaning. And this green cloth is a polishing cloth / glass cloth. Makes everything shiny at the end. You could also just use a tea towel. And this is a non-scratch pad. It's good for cleaning glass and other surfaces that you don't want to scratch. It works well with this cream cleanser if there's any stubborn marks. Same with this metal scourer, that's good for the inside of the oven. And more than likely you'll need a screwdriver to take apart the oven door to remove the glass. But there are some ovens that won't need that. And if your oven is stainless steel like mine, it might be a good idea to pick up some of this steel clean. It polishes away fingerprints and other marks, and you just use that with a dry microfiber cloth. So this will be your oven cleaning kit. Now let's get started. I'll put my mask on, give the can a good shake, and really saturate all the surfaces. I'm aiming to get the spray all over these racks. They've got a lot of black baked on grease on them. And I'm aiming for the sides of the oven, also the back wall and the glass. I'm going to avoid spraying at the top of the oven because there's a heating element up there which the spray could damage, and it's also just difficult to clean around it. I also want to avoid spraying it on the outside of the oven or this area here because it's stainless steel, and I'll clean that with the cream cleanser and non-scratch pads. Once that's finished, close the door, keeps the fumes in and stops the product from drying out so the oven can really soak in that spray. The longer you leave it, the better. I'm going to leave it about 15 minutes. And usually while I'm letting that soak, I'll go and clean something else. So I might go and spray the trays. I'm doing these outside today on the garden rocks. This is important because the oven cleaner will kill grass or potentially damage any other surface you do this on. So take care with that. It's actually a better idea to spray these while they're in the oven. I'm mainly concerned with this larger tray because it came with the oven and it will come up like brand new. The other ones are just cheap ones from the supermarket, so I don't think they'll really come up very good, but I might as well spray them while I'm here. So this is finished soaking now. I've got some paper towels and a garbage bag handy. Take a few sheets of paper towel and start wiping it away. You can see already it's done a really good job, and I'm going to wipe away as much as I can. The racks look pretty good too. Notice how the baked on grease has just melted. Watch how easy it wipes away. These little marks that are left over, you can either spray them again or use the metal scourer. Some ovens have metal rack holders here instead, and you can pull them out from the socket to give them a better clean. I'm going to hit these few areas again with the spray, especially in the back corners. I don't think they got a good spray the first time. And I'm also going to hit the underneath of the racks again. Once you've finished spraying, if you have any product left in the can that you want to save, give the nozzle a bit of a rinse, otherwise it gets a bit clogged. Now while I'm letting this soak again, I'll quickly explain the ways of getting the glass out from the door. Every oven's a little bit different with how that works, and I have found the occasional oven where there's no easy way to remove the glass. If that's your case, you may have to seek a specialist, and they can basically take the whole inside of the oven apart. But the two most common ovens I've come across in Australia either have two screws here on the sides around the middle, or they have two plastic clips that hold the top part, and you squeeze those together and then you can remove the top and slide the glass out. Sometimes there'll be 3 or even 4 layers of glass, so pay attention to how each of them slide into the bottom there. And be careful as you remove the glass, the door gets lighter and lighter and tends to slam shut really fast. I'm doing a smeg oven today, so I need to remove these screws at the top here, which I'll do towards the end of the video. Now that's had a quick soak for a second time, I'll wipe the oven cleaner off the racks with a paper towel and give it a scrub with the metal scourer. And then I'll take those over to the sink to give them a rinse. And then they can just sit on the bench to dry. And I'll wipe the rest of the oven again. It's helped a little bit. And the rest of the baked on grease spots I'll scrub with the metal scourer. Get some water on it first, that helps. And I'll do the same for the trays. You can also use a knife or a blade to scrub away the really stubborn grease marks. Give the bottom a scrub. That's looking pretty good now, but you can spray it as many times as you need. It really does the work for you. And if there's any baked on grease left over on the glass, you can use the cream cleanser and the non-scratch pads to quickly take care of that. You can also use that on the outside of the oven, especially if it's stainless steel like mine. At this stage I'll take my gloves off so I can give the seals a wipe. There's usually a groove in the seals, so it helps to get a fingernail in the cloth so you can precisely wipe the inside of that groove. You can see there's lots of grease in there. And I'm going to rinse the microfiber cloth and wipe away any excess oven cleaner. And then I give the inside a polish and dry with the glass cloth so it doesn't dry with any wipe marks or leftover residue. Now that's finished inside, this is a good time to clean the inside glass of the door. As I explained earlier, every oven has different ways of removing the glass. For mine, I'll take out these screws, holding these two parts of the door together, because once that screw comes out, the handle will fall off and the two pieces open really fast without warning. You can see it's a little bit awkward because I've got to wipe along this edge and it's really restricted by that metal frame, but I'll do my best. Give it a wipe over and polish. Use the cream cleanser and non-scratch pads if needed, and put the door back together. Put the racks back in and make sure the stopper goes towards the back. And the tray too, which is looking pretty good. And that's the inside of the oven done. For the outside I'll use the cream cleanser and the non-scratch pads. So wet the pad and start scrubbing. Just be careful with these indicators here. I wouldn't scrub over them with the cream cleanser as it can remove them. You can see over here these ones have faded over time. For the knobs, they usually do come off, and you can soak them in hot soapy water and give them a scrub. Don't force them though if they don't want to come off. I won't focus on them too much for this video though. That would be part of a stovetop clean, which I'll link in the description once that's finished. And always check they're in the off position after cleaning, and down the sides of the oven too. Sometimes you'll need to pull the oven out away from the wall. That just depends on the setup of your kitchen. I'll clean off the cream cleanser with the microfiber cloth and give it a dry with the glass cloth. And since this is stainless steel, I'll use the steel clean to give it the extra polish and shine. Give the bottle a shake, spray it a few times on a dry, soft cloth, and wipe it over. And then just tidy up the edges of the glass. And that's it. That's a clean oven. Everything's looking shiny on the inside too. I hope this helps you down the line, and I'll be uploading more videos about end of lease bond cleans as time goes on. Thanks for watching, guys.